I do Kundalini yoga, and basically what my intention is to get you moving your spine to align with that connection to your center. And first, before we get to that, I wanted to share a little bit about the current energies that you have been mentioning, the energetics of this season, the energetics of this specific portal, if you will, that we're going through right now. So it started a few days ago, but on Thursday, we moved into summer, officially, summer solstice. And the time at which that happened and where every other planet was located basically is bringing forth the clear possibility for us to explore deeply what is that we value in our life. And from that perspective of evaluation, what is what we really, really value in our life? What are we willing to let go so that we can find joy that is sustainable over time by applying discipline and effort? But effort not from a dragging type of perspective, but having the image of a goat that is climbing a mountain. It has a direction, it has a purpose. And because of that purpose is clear, the willpower to achieve that comes from the heart. So it is an open heart that is guiding you, and a connection to your willpower here in your third eye, a clear vision of the direction, inspired by what you value in your life, that is giving the fuel for you to move forward, to propel you into that new life experience. And you can start to explore what area in your life is the one that you feel there is tension right now, that you feel there is movement, like a trembling, like a rumbling, that you feel has been building up. And it's bringing you to a point, and eventually could bring you to a point around mid-July that is going to become evident, even if you have not noticed it until now. And it is that place of tension that could bring you to the biggest breakthrough in your life. And we have the choice always to grow through pain or through joy. And that's where I say, what is that you value in your life? And that's growing through joy. Which means if you value in your life having peace and harmony, what is the factor that is taking you to the experience that is opposite of that? And don't think outside. If anything brings you to the outside, like it's my boss, it's my boyfriend, it's my girlfriend, it's my job, it's my whatever you think outside, challenge that. Because we are really good at avoiding looking in and assuming the responsibility of the choices that we are taking at each moment. It's much easier to put it outside, because that allows us to feel that we are at the mercy of circumstances outside of us. We have to deeply look at every moment what choice we are taking. because that's where our inner power is. We are the creators. We are an expression of the creator force of the universe. But sometimes it's scary to even consider that we have that power. And we prefer to give it away. And that connects with our body, with our mind, and with our emotions. And right now, the energies are, look at your thoughts. What is the way that you're thinking that is taking you to the emotional state that brings you into the feeling experience that is taking you to or is driving certain actions or responses that is bringing about certain results that you don't appreciate in your life. And we're only looking at the results and the response to. We're not going back all the way to the initial thought. And it's very rare that we do, because we are not taught to perceive life that way. But it's never too late. It requires effort, perseverance, and willingness to look in, to take back your power, to choose differently. So I invite you to look at the section or area in your life that is causing the most tension, and try to look to the patterns in that area of your life. Look at the patterns of your thoughts and look at the patterns over time. Look at the cycles, what happened on that section of your life 7 years ago that has to do with Venus, 12 years ago that has to do with Jupiter. But you don't have to remember the planets. Just try to remember years. What happened 2 years ago, or 2.5 years ago, 7 years ago, 12 years ago, 19 years ago, 28 years ago. I think most of you are about 28. And look at that. What happened in that area of your life? You will find the patterns. And only when you find those patterns, you can exercise change, because there is awareness. Only what you can see, you can transform. And you cannot change anyone outside of you. You cannot change any circumstances outside of you. As much as I would like to change the politics, I cannot change the politics. I can only change my vibration. And my vibration is going to influence those around me. If you have worked with music, you have seen the metronome. And if you put several metronomes all moving in different, or pendulums, you will see that they start all different frequencies of movement and they will align. So what are you aligning with? We are the average of the 10 people that we spend most time with. So if you're experiencing anything in your life that you don't appreciate, say that you don't appreciate violence or anger, but you're hanging out with most people that are angry all the time. Guess what are you gonna experience? Anger. And it's the same with any area of your life. And sometimes we feel that we need to be loyal to those people because we love them. That's your choice. There's nothing wrong with that. But what is it that you value in your life? And that's why it takes courage to look in. It takes a lot of courage to look in. And to dare consider that we are responsible for the pain that we are experiencing. But once we do that, then we're free. Because then we can choose differently. We are free to choose how we're going to engage, with whom we're going to engage, for how long we're going to engage. You don't need to cut people from your life. You can shift the time that you spend and then influence in a different manner because you're feeding your soul and your heart. So this summer, the energies basically are inviting us to reevaluate your thought patterns, to review your cycles, your patterns, to not take any information that comes to you at face value. Discern, dissect, evaluate, research. There might be a lot of information that is kind of deceptive because the push is for you to get familiar with evaluating anything that comes into your field. Decide what you value most in your life. Do that research. And from that space, you're going to find the direction. And with the direction, you can connect with your will and decide to act. The energies are pushing us to the limits of our comfort zone. It's always easier to stay in a comfort zone. There is no growth there. To grow, you have to go beyond the comfort zone. So you have to dare to do what you have never done, because that is what is going to take you to the next level. And whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, most in your life, that has been the standard for you, that you have accepted. For a long time, I accepted impatience as my way of being. Until I said no more. And I am nourishing myself. I'm patting myself in the back when I can accomplish that. But I don't fall into shame when I can't, because I know it's a practice. So I raised my standards. I don't want impatience in my field. I don't want impatience to be my definition. So what is that thing in your life that is causing the most pain, the most tension, that you need to raise your standards and level up and go beyond your comfort zone? There is always a next level. And we don't need to keep loyalties with the pain that comes from our lineages. That's why we are here. That's why we came. We came to shift the vibration, to create the new earth. That's why you're waking up. So I hope this resonates, and this is my message for the energy. So now to you. So to start, I chant a mantra 3 times, and it's Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And basically what it means is calling in the inner wisdom to keep you centered and to protect you. But you're not being protected because something's going to hurt you. You're being protected to remain in your center. And I want, if there is one thing for you to remember, nothing can hurt you. So you just have to fill yourself with your own light. Nothing can hurt you. Okay. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. So to start moving the spine, we're gonna you show them the en las cuatro, in the four legs. So we're gonna be on fours. And when we separate the knees by our fists, and then we put, yeah, to separate your knees, the width of your fist, and then you put your hands underneath your shoulders, and then you're gonna inhale, head and hips up, exhale, head and hips down. And you follow that rhythm of your breath and movement. Breathe through your nose. And try to keep your mind clear. And to help keep your mind clear, you can, when you inhale, mentally repeat Sat, and when you exhale, mentally repeat Nam. So you're here? Yeah. So what you're moving is your spine, like kind of like cat and cow. You continue the movement. You lift your leg, your arms straight. You're only moving your spine. And you're moving your spine with the rhythm of your breath. You inhale, heads up and tail up. When you exhale, head down and tailbone down. With rhythm, because we're trying to connect with the rhythm, your inner rhythm. The most intrinsic rhythm is your breath. Continue. Now we inhale, head up, tailbone up, hold it, tight your urogenital muscles, close your eyes, focus your gaze in the third eye, hold it, exhale, head and tailbone down. Push your buttocks towards your feet. your ankles, and go to child's pose. And you can put your head, your forehead on the ground. Now you can sit on top of your ankles. And you're gonna inhale. You bring your chest out and your hands hit your hips. And then exhale, but your neck stays in the same space. You exhale through your nose or your mouth? Everything is through your nose. Same as before, you can repeat sat when you inhale and nam when you exhale to keep your mind clear or as clear as possible. Inhale and hold. Now you can sit cross-legged. And you're gonna put your 4 fingers in front and your thumbs behind your shoulders. You inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Everything breathing, every time you breathe through the nose, except if I tell you otherwise. And the reason why we are moving like this, inhaling on the left, exhaling on the right, is because we inhale to connect with your feminine, divine feminine intuition within you. And you exhale on the right because connecting with the sacred masculine to manifest and create in the physical reality. We need to be in equilibrium within ourselves with the 2 energies to flow from the intuition, the place that we nourish ideas, and the masculine, where we make those ideas a tangible reality. And we need to do that in rhythm. And all of these movements are creating a flow of energy in our spine that is also helping us move the cerebrospinal fluid, that is the fluid of life. And it is the fluid that if we don't move, gets stagnant. And when it gets stagnant, it hinders our ability of transform, of change, of perceive a different perspective. So by doing this, we're helping our cerebrospinal fluid to be more liquid and less gooey, less stagnant. Inhale to the center, hold. Tight your urogenital muscles. Keep your shoulders down. Hold your air in. Put the underside of your tongue against the roof of your mouth. And focus your gaze in your third eye. Exhale. Now we're gonna slowly move our necks. We're gonna start from the back, and you can choose whichever side you want to start moving it towards. You inhale in the back. Slowly start to move to the front. Exhale in the front. Very slowly you're moving your neck. Get to the back, inhale again. Exhale in the front. Try to stretch it as much as you can. Inhale in the back. Exhale slowly. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We inhale and change directions. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. We are gonna put our hands, the thumbs pointing inward, the four fingers in the palm. Put our hands 60 degrees. Now we're gonna do 60 degrees is a little bit more up, a little bit more, like that. Yeah. And then we try to keep them straight. And we're gonna first inhale, feel our belly, and then tie your abs. Continue with the breath, continue with the rhythm. I'm gonna start explaining to you what you're doing. So what you're doing right now, you're working with your solar fire. You're pumping your willpower. This is what nourishes your willpower. It's your awareness on how you move your breath. We, our bodies, are a salt battery, and the breath is what ignites the fire within. And by doing this, you're giving the direction to your breath. Now you're gonna visualize a silver light connecting both of your thumbs while you keep doing the breath. And as you do that, the more concentrated you are, the more brilliant that silver light is. And at the same time, you're gonna visualize a beam of light in the center of your being, shining in all directions. And you think you cannot keep on going, try to keep going, because the endorphins are gonna be released and the pain in your shoulders is gonna be diminishing. Now inhale and hold. Connect your thumbs. Extend your fingers. Put the underside of your tongue against the roof of your mouth. Keep your shoulders down. Tight your urogenital muscles. The gaze is on the third eye. Exhale, but keep your position. 2 more times. Inhale. Do the same thing. 2 more times. No, sorry, 1 more time. Can release your hands. Now, I want to guide you through a meditation that is gonna help you integrate all aspects of your energy. This meditation is we're going to be repeating this mantra Satanama and it starts Satanama Satanama, and at the beginning we're going to be chanting it like you can hear it. Then it's going to change to whisper. Then we're going to do it mentally, but always touching the fingers. And then we're going to go back to whisper and then chanting. Okay? So that's it. Sadanama, 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 Now hold your fingers together as you can. Inhale. Hold the underside of your tongue against the roof of your mouth. Focus your gaze on your third eye. Yes. It's a very magical meditation. It helps you harmonize everything within you. So whenever you're feeling overwhelmed or not in center, you can do this. I'll put it in YouTube so you can.
Kundalini, I would say I've done it since like 2020, and I remember I was going through some stuff, and like it helped so much. I'm just like, I need to start doing that because this was all like messed up from holding Axel, and I feel so much more than for now. Yeah, it's still a little bit, but it's not.
Yes, I am.
20, not a 90.
Now that I figure out all the Zoom stuff, I am planning to offer like a monthly. If you want to join like 4 classes a month, like 1 per week, cool. Working with the energies of each week. Yeah. And a meditation. Yeah. So you can do that even in all the places that we are.
I like how the energy she was talking about is exactly what we're talking about. Exactly. We're like, this is what we're doing. Like, it's exactly it.
Well, I'm very glad that it resonated. And for you guys, did you also feel that Eva?
When you said the specific years to go back, like, go back 2.5 years ago, and I'm like, oh, there are these major things at all these moments, and I'm like, that's
the patterns. Yeah,
I don't buy next stuff.
Those are the patterns, you see, because everything in the universe is frequency and vibration, right? And the numbers are the building blocks. Each number has a frequency, right? The numbers in space, they show us the patterns of physical nature, and those are geometries. When you sing a mantra, it shows you the mandala is the 2D form of a mantra, but a yantra is the 3D form of that mantra. So that's how we create. That's the power of our voice. You see? So those patterns, geometry-wise, is the numbers in space. Mandalas, yantras, and voice, right? Now, patterns in time. Guess what is patterns in time? Music, numbers in time, creating melodies and harmonies. Numbers in time and space, what is it? Astrology.
So wait,
numbers in time and space.
It's astrology.
Yes.
And then numbers, music. Numbers in time is music. And then
space. Geometry. It all goes back to the numbers.
My mind is like,
so there is nothing like I suck at math, because you are math. Your body is the geometry of your soul for this lifetime, based on your karmas. So that's why changing your body, I'm not talking about adorning. You know, people that make something bigger, make something smaller, you know, changing your body, it's not judgment. It's just like your soul chose your body for a reason, right? Fixing the outside doesn't fix the inside and the pain, because the pain comes from not remembering that.